Recently, we caught up with the president of Nebraska Farm Bureau, the state's largest grassroots farm organization, to talk about water and much more in your Grow interview.
Irrigation certainly paid off, but to see it in numbers, what do you think what does that tell you?
Well, this was really a kind of a good time, I think, to release the study. We've had the data in and showed that there was $11 billion of benefit to the state of Nebraska from irrigation last year. And of course, last year was considered near record drought here in the state, although this year certain areas continue to be very, very dry because we didn't have a lot of subsoil moisture as we entered the year. So another year where irrigation is going to be very, very important to our state.
It's not just the folks who farm who benefit from irrigation. Those dollars definitely ripple through our economy.
That's right. About 32,000 jobs affected by irrigation are here in the state because of irrigation. Some of those are farm and ranch jobs, but the vast majority of those jobs, or a large portion of those jobs, are in related industries and industries beyond the farm and in the food supply chain. And
maintaining that water supply for our folks in agriculture is vital, right?
Well, that's true. First of all, in Nebraska, we don't have a lot of natural resources, oil, those kinds of things, what people think of as natural resources. Our primary natural resource is a good supply of water and some great land and some great people to grow crops, grow food on that land. And so having irrigation water available is extremely important. It's also important to the industries that we have in the state and to the people that live in our state, and certainly we can't overlook that, and there needs to be a balance in how we use the water in the state. And certainly as we look towards some of the water funding issues, and there's a water funding task force that's meeting, it's important to remember that there's a lot of research that continues to be done, lots of things that can be done to make our water available to generations into the future, and so that's very important as well.
I like the water study you talked about, putting it in everyday people terms. You compared it to the dollars to what it would cost to fill your gas tank.
Every person in Nebraska could fill their gas tank 100 times would be comparable to the $11 billion. Another one that I think about is that if you took that value of an inch of water on irrigated land is worth about $100 per inch, and so for every Nebraskan, and so that's very, very important. And I think that we need to always remember that, and certainly I think there's a lot of good possibilities for the future in farming and ranching, and by using our water the best that we can, we will make sure that that future is a very bright one.
Still to come, we tell you about our new Photo of the Week contest. Stay tuned.